Hi everybody, good morning. Damn, was there 8:30 news? Cause goddamn, bitch, what the fuck happened? I haven't even looked at the market yet, but we fell 300 fucking points. Why? Oh, CPI. CPI. Little tip: if the if you look, it says that actual. If the actual is greater than the forecast, it's good for the currency, and if it's good for the currency, it'll be negative or bad for things like the S&P and Nasdaq and stuff like that. So when this is, if this is, um, if this is green, then it's bearish. If it's red, it's bullish. It's the opposite. Because if something's good for the currency, it'll be bad for it. Luna, relax. Now it's fucking cuckoo. Um, it'll be, whatever. And I can't even really trade Nasdaq because I only have like 200 bucks of drawdown allowed before I lose the combines again. So I gotta trade gold anyway, which actually might work out better in my favor because if pre-market we fucking tanked 300 points, I don't know if I would want to touch this. But like this is a volatility that we need. See how in the past fucking since 8 o'clock, oh, since Sunday, like Monday, Tuesday, we had very little volatility. Like, what the fuck is this? And then all of a sudden, bam! Anyway, so let me just take a peek and see if there's anything that I spot. We do have an SMT. We have an SMT in this regard between these highs. We have an SMT here. Check. Liquidity sweep. Whatever. Not really. But we have an SMT, which is a sign of a reversal. Blah, 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 bam. So I think we're done going down. If we're just looking on the hour. Not really, no. We have some nice buy side. We have some nice liquidity here, which we haven't hit yet on either. I actually can trade NASDAQ. I have to trade NASDAQ on the Apex account, so this is actually kind of nice. Um, we have, yeah, this is my obvious drawing liquidity, and then we have these 4-hour low. I'm actually going to mark just the closest. Because this is also kind of like an order block. So those are my two draws on liquidity. For the pairs. I'm bullet or bearish. We did come. I want to see us fill in this gap a little bit. I do want to see us fill in this fair value gap, and then we could do like a 1 minute change of sleeve and then shorts the downside. That's what I'm looking at for Nasdaq. Now for gold, um, this is that CPI candle. Is it called CPI? Yeah. The CPI candle, we came down, swept liquidity, filled in this 4-hour. Ooh, I'm bullish on gold. Not gonna lie, I'm bullish on gold. We tapped into an untouched or unmitigated, whatever, 4-hour here and here, swept out liquidity, swept out all this like kind of like low resistance hourly liquidity. Now, if we could get a 15-minute change in the state, which actually might happen, which would be up here, we would look for an entry. So this actually looks kind of good. MGC, MGC, MGC. Okay. I would want a long. Now, what would my target be? We have hourly highs up here and up there and so on. Anything on the 4 hour, daily. Let's mark out today's high. And this is a fair value gap there too. That's a nice one. Those are my targets. So say I enter like around there. That's fucking 8 points and then 13 points. So that's pretty good. We just have to wait to see if we get. If we get a trade before 9:30, I will take it. I don't have a problem, even though we have Chairman Powell testifying at 10. President Trump is speaking again. Holy shit. But that really didn't affect the market yesterday. Anyway, I don't mind taking a trade before 9:30 because this is gold. I don't really mind. Like if we get a 15-minute change in the state and then we get like a 3-minute fair value gap, which we kind of already did here. Problem is if you enter with this, you would be risking a little too much. You know? But if we end up getting a 3-minute fair value gap like somewhere over here, I don't mind. But that's the goal. So gold, what am I seeing? Taps into a 4 hour, 50-minute change in the state of delivery, which would happen maybe in 5 minutes. I would want to target these levels of liquidity. This hourly high and this hourly high, which is also the daily high as of today. And then on NASDAQ, I want to be bearish up until these draws on liquidity down here. So that's what I'm looking at. So I'm going to come back when I'm going to come back. Whoopsie. I'm going to come back when the gold trade is like happening. Like when I'm in the gold trade, I will start this. So I'll see you guys then. Alright guys, so I took the trade, but I went in with less size because I don't have a lot of room for drawdown. So I wanted to be okay in case it did want to, come down a little bit. Market actually opens soon, so this could be good or bad. But like I said before, we had that 4 hour fair value gap, 15-minute change in the state, 5-minute fair value gap, right? And once we got this strong, momentum candle out, I entered. Now the only thing that I don't necessarily like is that we have this 15-minute fair value gap here that we're previously respected. And then we have this 4 hour here. But if we really are bullish, we should see price rise. Kind of like how we're moving now. And I'm not going to lie, if we do create a bullish gap here, which like we did, I'm going to move my stop to a little bit below here. We could put it on this body. Bam. So this is the trade. So yeah, I'm gonna update you guys on how it goes. I have a limit sell for 2 and then a limit, let me do 2 here. A limit sell for 2 and I'll do 2 here. Because this is a hourly high. Alright, and this is just the other. This is a 4 hour high actually. So I have this 4 hour high and then this hourly high. And market does open soon, so we might be pretty volatile. Hopefully it's in my direction. Anyway, so I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna see you guys whenever this trade ends, and I'll update you guys. Alright guys, update. I'm still in the trade. It's working out in my favor. It's working out in my favor, slowly but surely. I am moving my stops to break even though. Or not break even. Well, I'm break even, but I have it a little bit above this low. Because I'm thinking if we really are going to be bullish, I don't think we should come back down over here. I really don't. We do have a little 5-minute there. No, I mean, I don't have a problem with it being where it is. We swept out this little 15-minute high, and we are in this 30-minute. I don't think that um, I don't think that these levels will not get hit. I'm pretty sure that these will get hit. I just don't know if we're gonna come down a little bit more than I would like to before we hit them. I was hoping we hit this level before I go break even, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't really see a reason on why to have my stops. No, I'm really, I don't know. I'm break even. Anyway, for NQ, we traded within this 15 minutes, so now what I would wait for is a 1 minute change in the state, and then and then everything else. So let me actually just delete this, but that's what I'm looking for NQ right now. But we gotta wait and see. Gold, we're gonna get stopped out potentially. Should I take 200 bucks? I want to see how we close. I want to see how we close. So I'll just keep this on until we close. Because I have to think. I have to claw. I don't want to say claw my way back, but I have to make. I gotta claw my way back to an area where I could have like 500-600 bucks of drawdown or MLL where I could really place a trade and not have to worry about, oh my god, it's gonna hit my stop loss and I lose the account. How much would this be? 70 bucks. If we can close bullish, that would be great. Close 2 seconds, 1 second. We didn't close the worst. I don't know, chat. Do I want to lock in another 50 bucks? The volatility is a little slow. We'll lock in 50. Anyway, so I'm gonna update. Well, actually, there might be a trade happening. Nope, not yet. So I'm gonna come back before I probably go to school, or maybe I'll do it before, and I'll do a recap of what happens here. Either I make a few hundred bucks, or I only make 50. So we'll see. But I'm gonna come back and update you guys then. All right, everybody, recap real quick. I did not take another trade. What the fuck was this marked out? That was just from my pre. This was my first trade. Actually, with my second trade. I don't remember what the first one was. I'm not gonna lie. I think it was longs. Yeah, I longed over here. Got stopped out break even or whatever. Went back down, came back up, and I entered off this 3 minute. And I really wanted to have my stop. Like I would have entered like around here when we tapped the 3 minute and had my stop below here. And if I just held the trade, it worked out. But once we took, I want to say it was these highs. Once we took these highs, I moved to break even. But if I waited for this one, it would have worked out better. Anyway, I need to get better at holding my trades. Because, I mean, this fucking worked out beautifully. This was 17 fucking points. And like market opened and the big draw on liquidity, I would say there are these and 4 hour highs up here. Now we tapped into that and have been selling. Let me let me just chart. I want to chart out gold really quick because this might be an opportunity. Oh, there is no 4 hour gap here. Okay, so then I don't know. Let me go back to Nasdaq because Nasdaq did a beautiful trade that I was gonna take when I was in class right here. I was gonna take um longs here. I was like, if price can tap into this 15 minute, I would look for a 1 minute change in the state and then, whatever. which we actually got really nicely. So we had this fair value gap, right? Market messing around. Okay, bam, we tapped it. Now I need a change in the state. So now the change in the state becomes right here, which we didn't close yet. Bam, we closed. So what you really could have done is entered here what stops down there. And my draw or my main target, it's fucking up because you could do there, but the main target's up there anyway. But I really wouldn't have entered here with this, closing where we did. I would have waited. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Right here. See how we tapped it and then closed back up? Could enter long here, what stops below this fair value. I'll do a little bit like, and I would target something like this. So I would, let me do two orders. So I could do one. Well, actually, wait a minute. If you go like this, if you click on it and then click buy, I think, I don't know, I thought it would, why is it all, why is it over here? That's kind of weird. Why is it over here? I don't know. But anyway, stop loss would be down there, 820. TP is really up here. This is a one-to-one. Is it really a one-on-one? Yeah, it is. Why though? You only, oh, because you would have entered on the candle closure. You would have entered like around there, not where I entered. Anyway, so let this play out, right? Can't. Why does it look like this? I don't know, chat. But bam, we hit one, so I would go here. I would sell one. I didn't sell one. Sell one, move stops to break even a little bit below there, and let this bitch go. And I'm pretty sure you get stopped out. 38. This would be in hindsight because I know that would come back down. But this was a nice trade. Like we had a 1 minute change in state and we had this 1 minute fair value gap, and realistically or ideally you would have entered here when we tapped it. And then we came back up. Like you would have entered anywhere within here. Anywhere within this 5 point range would have been your entry. And it was beautiful. My main draw on liquidity though never got hit, but being up 40 points, I would trim. I would trim some. Anyway, so that was today. Nasdaq today. I don't know. I really wasn't looking at Nasdaq. My bias was bearish, but um, we really. I mean, seeing this, I would have flipped bullish and longs probably around here, but it wasn't bad. This would have had to be off an inverse entry. Like we just inverse this and then came up. Anyway, that was NQ. That was NQ in gold. I'm gonna call today like basically break even because I made 55 bucks, like whatever. But gold really was like we opened up and just moved sideways. Finally got that move higher like I wanted to, and I was actually in this trade, but I got stopped out break even, came back down to this area of accumulation, and now we're just kind of doing whatever. So that was the stock market today. Tomorrow we have, let me see. Every time I reload this, fucking Federal Chairman Powell is apparently testifying. But tomorrow we have PPI, 13th. Yeah, so we have PPI at 8:30, and then that's it. Hopefully Thursday, Friday are pretty good days. What's my balance at? 49,820. I don't even think it's possible to pass the accounts this week. Whatever, guys. Fucking whenever I pass them, I pass them. I'm gonna see you guys. That's the wrong button. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow.